The heat of summer remains, but the signs of fall approach, and with them another Virginia women's soccer season. Following a second straight College Cup appearance and international play for both coaches and players this summer, the squad appears poised to compete once again with the nation's elite. Fresh off a Women's World Cup victory, head coach Steve Swanson hopes to build on that international success in Charlottesville.
It's not often you get called to serve your country in a coaching capacity, and so when the opportunity presents itself, for me it was an amazing experience. Being involved in the World Cup, all the preparations ahead of time, and then going through the actual tournament was exciting. And I think probably the most exciting thing, one, was just sharing it with the country. It was close in Canada, so you could, for all practical purposes, almost all the games were home games for us. And then obviously to have two players who are pretty close to the program and really showcase their skills here at Virginia at one point it was special to be a part of it with them as well. There was a great camaraderie on that team no matter what college you graduated from, but certainly special for me to have the two from Virginia that had played in our program. Those kinds of experiences I think are extraordinary for college players to get. The players that have played in it while they're in college, whether it's the under-20 team, the under-17 team, the under-23 team, I think it can help them certainly in their transition to college soccer.
While Morgan Bryant is impossible to replace, the Cavaliers return numerous players with their own international experience, headlined by leading goal scorer Mackenzie Doniak and the dangerous defender Emily Sonnet. Swanson expects the veterans to mix with a 12-player recruiting class to offset the departed talent.
Well, Mac has been our primary goal scorer since she really came to Grounds. She's been a remarkable athlete for us. I think she's worked very hard on her game, and she's at a different level coming into her fourth year than she was her third, second, or first years. Emily, I'll say it, I've said it, I've gone on record, I think Emily's the best defender in the country. She's a very competitive person, she's a great tackler, great ball winner in the air, but she's got these attacking skills to go along with it. Certainly think in the beginning part of the season we've seen her get forward and cause some problems for other teams. Looking at the field players, I think Kristen McNabb, in much the same way Becky Sauerbrunn did for us, there's a lot of things that go unnoticed in the game that Kristen does. Our two outside backs, three actually, over Megan Cox, Christina Irandanu, and Megan Reed. We think those players will have big impacts this year. I think Megan Cox and Christina both were transfers, so they're just settling into the team last year, but I think they're in a much more a better position now to really make an impact. I think in the midfield, Brittany Ratcliffe, Kylie Torres, and Alexis Schaffer have all have been big parts of the team in the past, but I think their role is going to increase with the absence of Morgan and Danny in the midfield. It's a big class, the biggest class we've ever had here, in that we've got 12. And I think some we recruited with the idea that they would potentially impact the team soon, early. And others we had the idea that they just need a little seasoning and they just have to get used to what college soccer is all about. What's great about this group is what we expect is what we're getting. The players that we thought might impact the program, especially early, would be Hannah, Courtney, and Betsy, and they have done that.
That impact has been evident for the new-look Cavaliers. After storming through the first week of the season, outscoring opponent 16-1, top-ranked UVA traveled to California to take on perennial powers UCLA and Pepperdine. In Westwood, Virginia trailed for the first time all season after an 18th-minute PK from the Bruins' Taylor Smith, but controlled the run of play in the second half. 2 goals less than 7 minutes apart would put UVA ahead to stay, notching an impressive 2-1 victory. The West Coast weekend was capped with a trip to Seaside, Malibu. An 85th-minute tally from freshman Courtney Peterson secured a draw, and the Cavaliers returned to Charlottesville unbeaten with important lessons learned.
Taken as a whole, kind of looking at the Friday-Sunday experience, playing 2 teams on Friday and Sunday, because that's what you're going to have to do down the road if you want to win championships, whether it's an ACC championship or an NCAA championship. So that's what you need to do. And I think we found out a lot about our team. We found a lot about what's good right now and also what else we need to work on and what we need to improve on. And so from that standpoint, I think we couldn't have asked for a better weekend. We were tested mentally, physically. We were tested sort of coming together as a team as well. And I think coming back now and getting ready for this homestand, I think it's going to help us in terms of our preparation. I think we've got a lot of players that are hungry, which is important, but they're not satisfied. I think they understand that what's really going to help us get there is what we're doing now, the present day, and how much we improve from here until there. We still have to prove ourselves game in and game out, and we're ready for that, but I think we're focused on very much trying to improve as a club from one day to the next.